Welcome back to FM Story. In the last episode, we began the glory hunt save, and the magic spinning wheel chose for us to start with Lyon. Things went reasonably well. We picked up a couple of victories in the league, including a big victory over Marseille. We won our opening Europa League game in the last game of the episode against Midtjylland. We've got some pretty big games coming up in the league in this episode. We've got Lille, we've got Paris FC, we've got Paris Saint-Germain. Europa League wise, we've got some tough games. We've got Dinamo, we've got Red Star, we've got Besiktas. Without further ado, let's get into the action. We are into November and things are not exactly going well. We are potentially on the verge of losing our job. We are showing this stable job security, but as you can see, we're in 14th in the league and the board are concerned with our recent results. Things have gone so badly that the players demanded a change of formation. Following the victory over Midtjylland, we then went on a terrible run. We lost 2-1 against Lille, having been in front. We lost 2-1 against Dinamo, having been in front. We then were just really dreadful against Toulouse and lost 3-1. We got hammered in Nice. And then we thought we'd maybe change the corner. We turned a corner. We won 1-0 away at Red Star. We hammered Strasbourg 4-0 and we were outstanding. And we had slightly tweaked the formation and everything there. Only then to get hammered 4-1 by Paris FC. The last couple of goals were as we were trying to chase an equaliser, but still not great. So we then changed the formation going into the game against Brest. And for the most part, it looked pretty good, but we just weren't enough of a threat late on to try and pick up 3 points. As we said, it means we're in 14th in the league with 11 points from 11 games, which, considering we were supposed to be challenging for the Champions League, isn't great. We do need to really pick things up, and things don't get much easier going forward. Because next up, we've got Besiktas in the Europa League. And then we have PSG in the league. So we're going to need to really put two decent performances together if we're going to get anything out of those two games before we get a break for the internationals. So this is the side we've picked for the game against Besiktas. There's one change from the last league game. Tagliafico, who was banned in the league, comes back in. And Abner Vinicius picked up a bit of a knock in that game, so he drops down to the bench. We have changed to a 4-3-3 with Tessman in front of the back four. It's an aim to try and make it a bit more solid at the back so that we don't concede goals too horrifically going forward. And we've done okay. I mean, we won 2 out of our opening 3 games in the Europa League. That hasn't really been where our form's been a problem. It's definitely been our league form. Right, Niakate at the back, bringing the ball forward into Sulch. The run from Morton out to Tagliafico. Sulch squares it, shot's blocked. And now they're going to break. And they're having the extra player in the centre of midfield hasn't really done us the world of good there, has it? Just no one went with any runner. We didn't get enough bodies back. And I think our time in Lyon might be a short time. And from the kick-off, Niakate into Morton. And that's got to be a red card referee, surely. Well, can we make anything of that? Hendrick in the box. We've lost it, but Niakate at the back. Esman. Ivert now. out to Mart on the right. Liso takes it off him, pulls it back. A couple of shots blocked there. We're going to have so many shots. I can see the script for this game, given how many shots we've had in the opening 20 minutes. There's going to be loads of shots and we're not going to get a goal. Tagliafico infield. A long switch play from Morton out to Liso. Mortar into the box for Yaremchuk. I mean, thank God he was offside because it was a horrible finish. Right, Tagliafico going around the outside on the left and just gives the ball back to them. And then they've gone long. He's won the header. Liso, Endrick in the box. Turns onto his left foot. And he does find the back of the net. Levels it up at one apiece. And hopefully we can make the extra man tell the longer this game goes on. Liso out to Endrick wide right in the box. Pulls it and then just drives inwards and then just smashes it left-footed past the keeper. And there we are, half-time 1-1. We've been bailed out by that red card, I think, but we've had 16 shots and we've only put 3 of them on target. And we've told them not to shoot from distance as well, so we need to do something about that. Right, we've made one change at half-time. Fofana's come on for Yaremchuk and then gone up to the right-hand side, and Endrick's gone through the middle. Their keeper's got the ball. He goes long with it. Cliver wins the header. Liso, Esman, Niakate striding forward down into the channel for Sulch. What a finish. And we are now 2-1 up. Niakate had an easy ball out to Tagliafico, but brings it forward and then ends up playing it in between the fullback and the centre half for Sulch. He gets in front of the fullback, drives in towards the corner of the goal and fires it into the far corner. Right, we made a couple of changes and swapped both fullbacks. Maitland-Niles and Abner Vinicius coming on. We've won the ball back there. Keeper's got it. Out to Maitland-Niles on the right-hand side, driving in field. Into Endrick. Sulch. Morton finds the run of Endrick into the box. He's got a second. 3-1. Gives us a bit of comfort with the extra goal there. And we've been relatively good since they had the player sent off. Obviously, we wasted a lot of chances in the first half. But we've been a lot more clinical in the second half by the looks of things. Fofana drifting in field. Finds Niakate, who strides forward again. And now Vinicius. Vinicius with a ball towards the back post. It's headed clear, but only as far as Maitland-Niles. Can we get it back in the box here? He's gone down, but I think that has to be outside the box. I'm not even sure it was a free kick or a foul. But if it was a foul, it's definitely outside the box. I would have thought. Right, a throw for us. Maitland-Niles in to Morton. Esmond back to Morton. Esmond over the top. The right to Maitland-Niles, who cuts in field. Back to Fofana. I did wonder what Maitland-Niles was doing for a second there, but Fofana scores, makes it 4-1. And this is turned into one of our better performances so far this season. And there's plenty of people for Maitland-Niles to tee up. Fofana was the last one I was expecting him to pull it back to, but he's got the goal. Goal kick. They've gone short with it. Now they're looking to bring it down their left. Morton wins it back from O. Sulch now driving towards the edge of the box. And the keeper saves relatively easily. We've made a couple of late changes to bring Hendrick and Sulch off just because they were starting to labour a bit. But there it is, full time 4-1. A much better result than we've been having recently. It didn't start very well, let's be honest. And we did get lucky with the sending off. But we've created a lot of chances, 26 shots, 8 of them on target. We've scored 4, and hopefully we can continue that run. But next up, we've got that big game against PSG. That's going to be a real struggle. Right, so straight back into the game against PSG. I mean, obviously, look at that team. The fact that they can have Kvaratskhelia and Vitinha and the likes on the bench. It's going to be a tough task. We've made one change. Yaremchuk's gone onto the bench. Fofana comes into the team. Hendrick goes through the middle. We're obviously sticking with the 4-3-3. They're playing a 4-3-3 as well. And we can't afford any mistakes in this one. Clivert at the back to Niakate. Clivert now out to Mota down the line. Liso turns back into the box. Esman gets it back. Finds Morton. Morton again. And Sulch's shot's blocked. And worked that one pretty well. Right, Sulch on the left. Back. Tagliafico, Sulch again. Tagliafico. The Tessman. Just passing the ball to each other here. A run from Morton into the box. Flashes it across goal. It was neither really a shot nor a cross because no one was ever going to get on the end of it. Right. Very little happening in this game. They've got a throw into Pacho and Fabian, and now they're running at our defence. Although Niakate picks out that ball. Fofana looks to go over the top. It finds its way to Sulch though. Morton onto Hendrick. He's offside. Surely. I mean, he looked a long way offside. Yeah. Sulch onto Morton. And yeah, I mean, he's a good 2 or 3 yards offside there. Yeah, free kick for them. That they've gone short with. Fabian. Dembele. The run through the middle. None of the defenders tracked, and thankfully somehow the keepers turned it behind for a corner. Yeah, throw in for them on the right. Right. We're looking pretty compact at the back, but we're not really tracking any runners here. We managed to cut that one out. Thank God that was straight at the keeper. We did well to cut the pull-out back, but just did nothing but give them the ball back. We're approaching the end of the first half here. They've started to, as the first half's gone on, they've come more into it. Barcola on the left. Neves from distance. And the keeper turns it behind for another corner. There we are. Half-time, 0-0. We started well in the first few minutes. We had a couple of chances. But then, since that disallowed goal, they've kind of dominated. And it's going to be a long second half, I think. We really need to find some way of disrupting their rhythm. Right, we've kind of been forced into 3 changes at halftime with players who are knackered. So Maitland-Niles has come on at right back. Mangala's come on for his first game of the season in defensive midfield. And Moreira has come on for Solch. Unfortunately, I mean, if Solch wasn't struggling, he would have stayed on because he's one of the few players we've got that can kind of do something out of nothing. Well, we've got the ball at the back. Niakate now into Moreira. Hendrick finds the runner Morton. Moves into the box, squares it. And there's Fofana at the back post to put us 1-0 up. And that kind of is against the run. I know it's obviously the second half when it started, but given how the first half ended, it's kind of against the run of play. Morton this time does pull it back. And it's a simple tap in at the back stick for Fofana. Right, a free kick for them. Bang, swings it in. We've got a head on it. Barcola goes past his man. Probably could have got a shot away there. This time does get a shot away, but luckily, again, straight at the goalkeeper. And then we've run short. Right, we've got another change about to happen. We're bringing on Hatterbaugh and pushing Maitland-Niles forward for Fofana, who's knackered. Right, he's going to get one last involvement here in the box. Morton's shot's deflected behind for a corner. And Morton now, Tagliafico bringing it down the left. And again, he's lost it though. Now Dembele, Niakate tries to slow him down. Dembele into the box. And Niakate got back and made a challenge, and we've managed to give away a penalty. Wonderful. Dembele to take the penalty against Grief. Bends him the wrong way. That's 1-1. And a minute of madness. Tagliafico giving the ball away. And then us letting Dembele run half length of the pitch before getting fouled. As we ruined 3 points there. Niakate with a free kick. Less than 5 minutes left. Goes down the line to Moreira. Back to Niakate. Ivor out to Hatterbaugh on this right-hand side. Maitland-Niles finds Tolisso. Low ball into the box. And Chevalier makes a great save from Hendrick. Right, a very late corner in injury time. Morton to take it. Just one chance. Into the near post. It's headed clear. Moreira. Oh, how has he not hit the target? And then from the goal kick. And they've hoofed it long. Private with a header. We've kept it alive. And Mangala out to Hatterbaugh. Over the top, looking for the run of Hendrick. How has he saved that? I mean, the offside flags have gone up, but I don't know how that game's finished, how it has. I think probably on reflection of the whole game, that was probably about a fair result, but we've kind of gifted them the penalty. And I mean, how Moreira didn't hit the target with that after that corner, I don't know. But now the question is, can we put in a performance like that against other teams in the league, which might see us pick up 3 points? That's going to be the big issue going forward from here after the international break. And there we are, the end of another episode. Hopefully that's a sign that we've turned the corner with that victory over Besiktas and that battling performance against PSG. We are still down in 14th in the league, but hopefully, if we can put in performances against the rest of the teams like we have against PSG there, we should hopefully start to climb the table pretty quickly. We do now have the international break, so hopefully some of the players will get a rest, and then we can come back firing in the next episode. We've got a pretty decent run of league games coming up. We've got a couple of tough games in the Europa League, including a game against Porto. So hopefully we can make it into the knockout stage of the Europa League. And it won't be long before the Coupe de France begins. So join us in the next episode to see if we have turned a corner, see if we can continue putting together some decent performances. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.